Hi guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about charcoal drawing. Our objectives are first, demonstrate knowledge of charcoal as a drawing medium, and second, develop skill in using charcoal to create a range of value and contrast in accurately drawing a sphere. Our first and only words worth knowing is reductive drawing. Reductive drawing is a method of drawing where materials such as graphite, charcoal, or pastel is used to cover a surface, and then the drawing is made by the removal of the media by erasing. So we've done a little bit of this in graphite, and it is one of my favorite techniques. Oop, hello, Dexter. So charcoal is a dry medium that is used in its raw form as sticks or powder or manufactured with binder in sticks and pencils. So there's different versions of it. It is all created from charred wood, though. It's one of the oldest drawing materials. It can be very smooth and brittle. It creates a wide array of values and marks, which is why it's pretty popular art medium. And it must be fixed to prevent smearing. So you need some kind of a spray to keep it from smearing everywhere. It is very powdery. So you need to fix it so it will stay on your paper. So like I said before, it is one of the oldest drawing materials. And the charred sticks of charcoal were used to record the lives of ancient people through charcoal cave drawings. So when you hear about the drawings on caves, the people were taking the leftovers from their fires and using that to record their lives on cave walls. So it has been used since the beginning. It's also used to sketch out ideas, create the bases of paintings, frescoes, and other works of art as a preliminary drawing medium. And it's still very popular, and people still use charcoal to draw out their paintings, get ideas out before moving on to a different medium. But it has been very popular since the Renaissance. Albert Dürer was one of the first artists to use charcoal as a primary drawing medium, so just making art out of charcoal, after he discovered how to fix it onto the paper. So like I said before, if you don't fix it, it'll smear and it will come off. So also Matisse and Picasso in the 20th century helped bring attention to charcoal drawing as its own art medium. So a lot of artists have dabbled in it, and then some have used it as a primary medium. Like I said, also it's just a classic medium. If you take drawing in college, you will be doing charcoal drawing. It's one of the first things that you start out with. So the qualities, it goes dark gray to black. You can create really sharp thin lines or smear it. You can create painterly soft forms. As you see in that skull on the left, there's really smooth places and there's like a little bit of details. So you can lift some of your marks from the paper with an eraser to carve out the highlights, which is that reductive drawing. And you can also easily revise parts of your work with that eraser. So it's a really flexible drawing medium. It does create a lot of dust and marks, which is where the fixer comes in. And then you need to fix it in place to prevent smudges or smears. You don't want to put a lot of work in a really nice charcoal drawing and then someone touches it and then your beautiful details get smushed away. So make sure you're fixing it. And also I like to sandwich my drawing in between two pieces of paper so it doesn't get messed with. So our types are compressed. Compressed are those really hard sticks. They're charcoal mixed with binding agents, and they're mostly kind of like a hard, really dark value that you're going to get with this. They're good for detail and really deep shades of black. So if you ever used pastels before, it's kind of like that, but really even more concentrated. Vine charcoal, they're actually grapevines burnt to different amounts of hardness, but they're really used for the base and for smudging. They're more gray looking than a compressed. You're not going to get that really dark black from vine, but it's a good place to start. And that's what I usually use to cover my surface with before I start drawing. There's white. You can use that for highlights. And then pencils. And the pencils come in a range, just like graphite pencils. So you'll have a 2B, a 4B, a 6B, a white. Those are good for really tiny details. Charcoal paper is paper specifically made for charcoal with texture, and it holds the charcoal better and allows your dark values not to get smeared away. So we'll be using some special paper just for charcoal when we start drawing. And last, my favorite is that old kneaded eraser that we've used a little bit before. So it's really pliable and soft and moldable, and you can use it not only to erase but also to carve in and take out charcoal to add in those highlights, which is what I really like to do. So for your first practice, you want to create a shaded sphere using charcoal. You're going to practice that reductive drawing technique, so I will have a little tutorial video for you so you can watch me do it first. And then remember the parts of the sphere. There's an example that you should have, and we've done it before, but if you need to see it, refer back to your reference and my example in class. When you're done, just check off with me when you are finished, and I can't wait to see your work. Remember, if you need help, ask away. Good job, guys.